Hi, it's Catherine with GriefInspired, and I want to thank you for all the comments that you've been leaving on my videos. Thank you for your questions. Your questions are so valuable, not only because it gives me an opportunity to help you directly, but it gives me an opportunity to help so many others, because I can guarantee you that if you have a question, something that's on your heart, something that's on your mind, if you go ahead and ask it, send me an email or put a comment on the videos here, and it gives me the opportunity to help so many more. So today I'm going to answer a question that I've received, because I think it's one that I receive in a lot of different forms many times. And so I think that this question will be very applicable to so many of you. So if you are feeling guilty after losing someone you love, this video is definitely for you. So the question today is this: I lost my mom to a drug overdose, and I've been struggling to overcome feelings of guilt. I often find myself wondering if she knew that I loved her. Did I tell her enough? Why didn't I do more for her? Why didn't I offer to spend more time with her? What could I have done to prevent her death? Now, that is a lot of questions, but I think that when we feel guilty, the rumination over lots of different questions and these thoughts replay over and over and over in our minds, and we ask ourselves all of these questions. And so I want to encourage you to, like I'm going to do now, walk through each one of these questions and answer them for yourself. So her first question is, I'm wondering if she knew that I loved her. The people in your life, I can pretty much guarantee, know that you love them. If you spent time with them, if you shared special moments, if you shared the little moments, absolutely. Think about the people that are in your life right now, the people that you're spending time with, your family, your friends. Do you feel like you love them? If you can say yes, then I can guarantee that your loved one knows that you love them too. And for this particular individual, she wonders if her mom knew how much she loved her. I think yes is the answer to that. Our parents know that we love them, because we do. Think about how much love you had for her. And the next question was, did I tell her enough? It's a good question. We often wonder, do we tell the people that we love them enough? Now, we've already decided that they know that she knew that you loved her. Did you tell her enough? The answer to that may be yes, and the answer may be no. But what you can learn from that is that the people who are in your life right now, tell them. Do not delay. Tell the people around you how much you love and appreciate them. And you can do it via text. You can do it via email. You can send them a card. You can just say, hey, I wanted to let you know that I'm thinking about you today, and I love you. And thank you for being my friend. Thank you for pouring into me when they do things for you. Thank you for being there for me. Or thank you for letting me be there for you, because sometimes being there for other people is a gift too. Now, the next question that she asked was, why didn't I do more for her? I think that oftentimes we are always left feeling like we haven't done enough. And I think we need to acknowledge that. Is there more that we could do? Maybe. There's always more, I think, that we could do. But the question is, did I do enough for her? And I think, and I bet that if you're the type of person who's ruminating on this, who's wondering this, I bet you did, because I bet you were someone who poured in to your mother in this impossible situation if she was struggling with drugs, because this is not an easy situation to deal with. And sometimes even they can't deal with the addiction. But could you have done more for her? Maybe. But addiction of someone that you love is not your responsibility. It's not your problem to solve. And I think that is one of the biggest challenges with addiction. I've talked to so many others who have had to walk away from their loved one because it became too much. And sometimes we have to protect ourselves first before we can do anything else. So acknowledge that the situation that you're in is challenging. Could you have done more for her? Maybe. But what I want you to reflect on is how much you did do, and give yourself credit for that and say, I tried my best. And these are the things that I did do. The next question is, why didn't I offer to spend more time with her? Wow. How much time did you spend? We could always spend more time with our loved ones, but our lives these days are so busy. We're trying to do so many things. We're torn and split in so many different directions. And so that's why we're left wondering, could we have spent more time? And I think the answer to that question is maybe. And there's a lesson. Grief brings us lessons. And you can't change what happened with your mother, but what you can change is how you're spending your time now. And it's small moments. It's being intentional. When you have a minute to spend with a friend, when you're on the phone, are you paying attention to what the other person is saying? Can you pause and stop what you're doing on a daily basis for 30 seconds to a minute to focus completely on the person that you're talking to, or the one who's sharing what's going on with them? Can we spend more time with the people we love? I think yes. But I think that if we can be more intentional with the time that we do spend, there's an opportunity for big gains there. And then her last question was, what could I have done to prevent her death? Wow. This is a big one, because we want to believe in our grief that we could have somehow stopped death, that we could have somehow done something, said something, been something to stop the reality of death. And I want you to consider that we need to humble ourselves sometimes and say, there isn't anything I could do. And that is a hard pill to swallow. If we believe that there's something we could have done, it gives us a little bit more control. It gives us the opportunity to say, I'm the one that failed. If I had done something different, they would still be here. But the reality of that is that you probably couldn't have. And we can't stop death from coming. We don't have that much power in so many instances. I'm sure that there are exceptions to that rule. But I think in general, we want to believe that we have more power and more control than we really do. And I think that grief is a humbling experience when we realize that we don't have the control that we want. And in those moments, we ask for forgiveness. We ask for the ability to surrender. And we ask for grace to help us get through our loss. So I hope that answers the questions for this one particular woman. If it answers some of your questions, I'm so glad too. Please let me know below. Know that you are not alone in your grief. Know that I can help you one-on-one. I can help you in my courses. You don't have to do this alone. Together we can do this. We can get through it. We can find a path to happiness. We're allowed to be happy after we lose the people that we love. And I want to help you get there. Have a great day today. Be kind and gentle with yourself. And remember that you are not alone.